How's it going, viewers? Mr. Incredi-Brony's back and he's rolling with the punches, baby. Welcome to Incredi-Brony Reacts. We are checking out just one more theory video for today, and it's going to be by my guy, Purely Pixar, who I reacted to his video explaining how the Incredibles are related to the monsters from Monsters, Inc. A really well-detailed video that I honestly agree with, okay? Like, I'm a big fan of learning about theories of your favorite films, and you know what? I'm here to learn more. So this video is titled Toy Story is connected to the Pixar shorts. Yes, and I kid you not, this may sound crazy, but Purely Pixar actually commented on my reaction to his other theory, and he said, Ed, I suggest you check out this video, and you know what? I'm here for that. I did mention how Toy Story 2 is my favorite, and guess what? We have the same opinion. It's pretty cool when you find that out, so I'm interested in this. Now, before we get into this, do I agree with the video so far from what the title says? Honestly, yes. I haven't seen every Pixar short, but I have seen ones like Knick Knack and Tin Toy, and Lou, which is Lost and Found, and in those, toys do come to life, so it would connect to, of course, Toy Story, you know, when the toys actually get more intelligent and learn how to speak like humans, because in those other ones, they do not talk at all, you know. Very, very interesting. So, yeah, I already agree with it, but I'm sure Purely Pixar will prove to me why it's true. So, let's get into this. 1, 2, 3, react.
The original Pixar theory these days can feel like an overcomplicated and outdated fan theory that loosely holds up with today's Pixar films. And over the past couple of years especially, a lot has been added to this growing universe, with everything from space travel to different dimensions and soon adding elementals into the mix. It may become a lot for the average viewer to understand. And although it was great for its time, a lot of it doesn't seem as accurate as it may have in 2013. Now, I'm definitely not denying the fact that these movies are connected, because that's obviously what my entire channel is about, but more so the way that they're connected. So I think it's time for a new Pixar theory. One where every Easter egg and reference perfectly lines up to create a consistent timeline. And even though this theory wasn't proposed until 2013, these movies have always been connected, and I'm gonna prove that this is less of a fan theory and more of just straight fact. So this video is going to be the first in a series where I rebuild the Pixar theory from the ground up and break down every connection between not just the films, but the shorts and shorts as well. So let's go back to December 18th, 1983, when we get our first...
Hold up, was that actually him? Okay, I've seen Toy Story 2 so many times because it's my favorite sequel of all time, like, period. But was that the guy that, like, fixes Woody with his amazing sewing and, all the lovely painting and lovely shots? Was that him? Or was that just the character that looks like him? That looked just like the guy. I need to look at that again. That guy looks like him. I could be going crazy.
Every connection between not just the films, but the shorts and
Is this specimen ready for cleaning?
So let's go back to December 18th, 1983, when we get our first look into the Pixar universe.
Like I said, I haven't seen every Pixar short, but I've seen a few.
A simple land with rocks, trees, and a humanoid character named Andre, and he's being chased by a bee. And that's essentially all that happens during this short film. Okay. It's less than a minute of actual animation, and not much really happens. Fast forward 3 years, and we are introduced to Luxo Jr.
What?
So far, we aren't able to make any connections or prove that this is in the same universe as Andre and Wally B. However, we do know that this lamp does eventually become the icon of Pixar that we see to this day before every one of their films.
Yeah?
So keep that in mind, because that'll be important later. Now we have Red Stream, one of my personal favorite short films. Now, on the surface, this may seem like a very inconsequential part of the Pixar universe.
But the Luxo Ball.
But this short is actually very important, because it was when Pixar began their tradition of hiding Easter eggs. It's a rainy night, and we are shown a corner store bike shop called Eben's Bikes. Inside this bike shop, we see our first Easter eggs. First, a Luxo lamp, as a reference to Luxo Jr. But this doesn't really mean much, because Luxo lamps are a thing in the real world, and it doesn't prove that Red Stream takes place in the same universe as Luxo Jr. What does, however, matter is this reference to Andre and Wally B on this clock. Just going off the fact that this is on a clock of all things, it gives the impression that Andre and Wally B is a form of fictional media within the universe of Red Stream. So now we have two timelines, one being the main Pixar universe. I'll be referring to this as the primary Pixar timeline, and this is the secondary Pixar timeline.
Okay.
This is where I'll be placing media within the primary Pixar universe. So Red Stream will be part of the primary Pixar timeline, and since we can see that Andre and Wally B is a cartoon character within this universe, That will be on the secondary timeline. And I'm going to assume that these movies and shorts are taking place in the year that they were released, unless there is evidence to suggest otherwise.
Understood.
So now we have one more Easter egg, which is a reference to Luxo Jr. The Luxo ball, which also becomes another icon of Pixar, can be seen on the floor of the circus that Red is performing in. And although he is imagining this, he must have seen it at some point. Something that this short has in common with Luxo Jr. is that they both involve inanimate objects taking on human-like qualities. So I can't say for certain just yet whether Luxo Jr. is taking place in the real world or if this is some form of media.
And there's no dialogue, right?
Like Andre and Wally B. But there is definitely a connection. So let's put that to the side for now and move to our next short, Tin Toy. The only Easter egg in this one is a picture of the Luxo lamp, so that's enough to include this short in our Pixar timeline. And with the repetitive use of this Luxo lamp, I would take a guess that this is some sort of brand within the Pixar universe. Next is 1989's Knick Knack.
One of my favorites. This is really cool.
Which once again involves giving sentience to inanimate objects. But there aren't any Easter eggs in this one, so we can't confirm just yet that this takes place in the Pixar universe. So far, we have a universe that consists of 3 short films, Tin Toy, Red's Dream, and Luxo Jr., with one piece of media within this universe, Andre and Wally B. And with Knick Knack still in question as to how or even if this fits into the Pixar universe. But so far, it seems to be a universe where toys and other objects are able to come to life. And even in Knick Knack, this remains consistent. So how perfect is it that next we have our first feature film, which is Toy Story? That alone should just show how this was all planned from the beginning. But you may wonder how Toy Story connects with the short films we've discussed so far. It's this Easter egg right here that shows how Toy Story is linked in with this universe.
How?
We can see a bookshelf in Andy's room that contains books with the titles Knick Knack, Tin Toy, Red's Dream, and Andre and Wally B. This changes everything we've learned so far. Because this
I never noticed that.
in Andy's room and are fiction within the Toy Story universe. Then does that mean that Andre and Wally B is a movie inside a movie inside a movie? If Andre and Wally B is a fictional story...
So it's like a 4th break inside of a 4th break. That's like 16 walls, right? If you get the reference, comment down below.
Red's Dream, and Red's Dream is a fictional story within Toy Story, then this starts to get confusing. But I don't think that's exactly the case. Because later on in Toy Story 2, it's shown that these are actually TV shows. So let's start by explaining Tin Toy. We actually have 4 pieces of evidence to go by. The Tin Toy book seen in the first Toy Story, the fact
in Tin Toy, the baby is very like destructive and menacing, and it's like gonna destroy the Tin Toy. And in Toy Story, Andy's little baby sister Molly like demolishes Potato Head by drooling on him and like bashing him. So that just proves that babies are menacing to toys. They're like dangerous monsters, you know? I mean, and The Incredibles proves that with Jack becoming a monster. Look, I'm adding to the theory. Unless you already say that and I just paused and I apologize for that, purely Pixar. Come on, I just added to the theory. You have to thank me for that, alright? Like, come on, we think alike. You know what you should do in the future? Like, I'm sorry for pausing. Sorry for like taking too long, but like, you know what I think you should do in the future? I think you should, when you make enough Pixar videos and get to a certain amount of subscribers, because you're about to get to 1,000, which I'm really excited for, I think you should make a video doing a ranking list of every Pixar film. Since Pixar is literally your favorite animation studio, I'm assuming you have to make a video like that, of a tier list of all Pixar films as of now, of course. If you want to, that is. And you know what? I'll definitely watch that. Probably not react to it, but I'll definitely watch it. So yeah, that's just an idea. But anyway, let us continue. So yeah, we've got the books in the background of Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2. We have literally all this, which, how did I not realize that? Maybe I saw one.
And also he can be seen in Toy Story 4 and is actually acknowledged by Bo Peep as being named Tinny. So now we have to figure out how the Tin Toy short film relates to Toy Story. This being on TV would already move the Tin Toy short film down to the secondary Pixar timeline as media within this universe. But then if that's the case, then why does Tinny appear in Toy Story 4? Here's something to consider. This is a universe of CGI characters. And what they are watching on TV, such as the Tin Toy short film, is also CGI. So then, wouldn't that mean that within this universe, this would be the equivalent of live action? And since this is a universe where toys are able to come to life, then could it be possible that these are actual toy actors on TV? And yes, I believe that's actually what we're seeing here. And even though it's implied that people don't know that toys are alive, when you really think about it, if all of the toys around the world were alive, then it seems unrealistic that this was never found out by anyone ever, and there was never a toy that slipped up and revealed the secret. So I actually believe that a studio hired these toys and created shorts on TV, and these toys are actors. So basically there was a toy named Tinny the Tin Toy. An in-universe book was made explaining his origin story, and then the Tin Toy short film is part of a TV series or movie where toys are able to come to life, and Tin Toy was included in the episode because he is a real in-universe toy. Just like how most of the toys in Toy Story are actual toys from the real world. Now looking at these other books, the fact that Knick Knack is here now allows us to add this into our timeline as media within this universe. And because, just like Tin Toy, we also see this on TV in Toy Story 2, it's a similar situation. The toys we see in Knick Knack are real toys within this universe because we can see references to the Sunny Miami mermaid character in both Finding Nemo and in Up. So it would only make sense that the snowman's name is actually Knick Knack. And just like Tin Toy, the book is his origin story. And we see him on TV because he is a toy within the Pixar universe that is included in this show. And if you want to take it a step even further, I actually believe that these two short films could be part of the same in-universe show, because they both involve toys that are alive. So just like Tin Toy was given a cameo in Toy Story 4, maybe we'll see Knick Knack make an appearance in Toy Story 5, or even another Pixar project. And now, to finish this video, we have Redstream and Andre and Wally B. These two come as a package deal, since we already established that Andre and Wally B is media within the Redstream universe, and we know this because we can see it on the clock on the wall. But then how does this fit into the universe of Toy Story? Things get a little more complicated here, because it wouldn't make sense for Andre and Wally B to exist as a fictional character in Redstream, but then also have a book in Toy Story. This one is actually pretty simple. Redstream, just like the last few, is the same situation with the toy actors, and the reason why you see this reference to Andre and Wally B is because he is a fictional character within the Pixar universe, as I've stated many times. So basically the same reason Andy has a Mickey Mouse clock on his wall. I was actually going to try to fit this into the primary Pixar timeline by saying that what we see on TV was a show that Red used to be on before he ended up in the bike shop. But the only problem is that we see a couple shots of the bike shop, so that wouldn't really make sense. And as for Andre and Wally B, they are both characters from a TV show, and the short film is just an excerpt from the show. After all, it is called The Adventures of Andre and Wally B, and not much of an adventure happens in this short film. And it would make sense if the book is some form of merchandise from the show. And we can even see that Bonnie has a stitching of Wally B on her backpack in Toy Story 3. And that's as far as we're gonna go for this video. Let me know in the comments if you like this type of video, and if you think the Pixar theory needs to be reconstructed. Anyway, thanks for watching, and bye!
10 out of 10 right there. Purely Pixar, you did not miss. Now, if there's any other video by you guys to check out, then I will definitely check it out. But like I said, if you liked my suggestion earlier of how you should do a ranking titles of all Pixar films, since I'm pretty sure Pixar is literally your favorite animation studio, like me, of course, I'll be interested. You don't have to. I was just suggesting it. And also, congratulations on nearly reaching 1,000 subscribers. I hope you reach it by Christmas, because I'm nearly about to hit 10,000. So that's really exciting, viewers. So let's get there before Christmas. That's honestly a Christmas wish right there. It'll be a Christmas miracle, basically. But yeah, great video. Oh, absolutely enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one. Viewers, I have one more video to react to. If you enjoyed this particular video, leave a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're interested. Follow me on Instagram, link down below. And until then, stay positive, keep calm, stay safe, be incredible. And as always, Brony on. Peace.